overheads like upstairs. Whole team ice like hockey pucks here. Swish like here. I'm the reason the Nets tangled up. Back up, back up, back up, back up, back up, back up. I'm in the 7, I'm gonna act up. I'ma need you to back up. I'ma need you to back up. Yep. I'ma need you to back up. Spilling the tea, stirring the cup. I'ma need you to back up. I'ma need you to back up. Yep. I'm in the 7, I'm
Traffic heading in and out of downtown Minneapolis, Minnesota. The setting for our broadcast tonight. And a good Thursday evening to you. 2K Sports presents the NBA with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. This is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. Hey, Dave.
Well, Victor Oladipo has a huge task and a long road in front of him making his way back from that knee injury. But you talk to his teammates, and they rave about his mental makeup. They say he's an incredible person, great to be around, the most positive guy they've ever played with. So, Kevin, if anyone can come back from this, he can.
You better believe it. Outstanding, David. Thank you. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. We take a look at the Timberwolves. They're right now in the 8th spot in the conference here in the early part of the season.
Well, right now for the Timberwolves, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
You know, it's got to be frustrating for them, Greg. You can't dwell on the past. You've got to think forward, work together, and play for one another.
Here's the starting group for the Indiana Pacers. Sabonis and Turner up front. Oladipo is the 2 with Warren playing small forward. And it's McConnell in at the point. And for the Timberwolves, Vonleh and Towns, the duo inside. The tandem at the 1 and the 2, Teague and Culver. And it's Covington in at the 3 spot.
I think one thing you have to love about the Timberwolves, their aggression on the offensive end. This is a team that has been top 10 in free throw attempts over the last 8 years. And when they get to the line, they do convert.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Turner. Teague dishes to Covington. Back to Teague. Passes to Covington. From deep. It's rebounded by Indiana. And part of why the Wolves get to the line so much, they take a lot of 2-point shots.
And that's a trade-off, right, Kev? We all know the analytics like the 3-point shot. They like restricted area 2s. But the best way to get to the line is to challenge the teeth of that defense. You can't do that from 25 feet away, guys.
So the Indiana Pacers able to put the first points up on the board. Teague surveying the D. Just 5 to shoot. Over McConnell. Teague can't hit. And so it's McConnell with it. He'll bring it up for Indiana. This, their first chance to take a look at Minnesota this season.
And going back a season ago, it was a win for both sides in their 2 meetings.
You know, despite the disparity in talent, these two teams played each other tough last year. Let's see how competitive they are this time around.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Towns against Turner. Here's Vonleh. The shot missing. And it's the Pacers taking it the other way.
Nothing going right on the offensive end. 0 for 4 from the field.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Now here's Teague. He's coming off a 13-point game against New York. Shot, high post, and it's off the back rim, no good.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
And it's Oladipo with the jam.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Well, if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
Now Now, here's Culver. And he just worked New York in that last game. Left side, Towns. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Another miss by Minnesota.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
And then Oladipo with the jam.
Boy, big-time athleticism from Victor Oladipo, up and off the ground in a hurry.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. Yours teams sometimes struggle right out of the blocks. When do they generally hit, in your opinion, the panic button?
Well, let's hope the panic button doesn't get hit for anybody, Kevin. But the one thing that would concern any team, obviously, is injury to a star, either an established star or a rookie they're trying to get good minutes for. But, boy, if you're hitting the panic button this early, look out.
But the one thing is, Doris, you can really kind of rectify the situation because of the length of the regular season.
No doubt, Kevin. An NBA year affords plenty of opportunities to find your footing.
And checking out the numbers here for McConnell, how he performed last season. He put up about 6 points per game last season, 3 assists and 2 rebounds. And when he takes over at the point, he really keeps the offense flowing.
Well, this is a guy who brings a solid skill set. Excellent ball handler, high level of playmaking, the perfect backup point.
Now, here's Culver. Teague with a clean look. That one wide left.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
Shot's good by Turner.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Now, here's Culver. Guarded by Oladipo. Conley kicks to Teague. To stop the drought. The Pacers pull it in.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Now, here's McConnell. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Turner. Conley with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 12. And here's Culver. Pass to Vonleh. Kicks to T. Towns down low. He's covered by McConnell. And stolen by McConnell. Unloads. Oladipo misses. Here's Minnesota. Still without a basket in the game. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Yeah, they put the defense on them. Aggressive, intimidating. They blocked a lot of shots in that one.
Greg, it was obvious. They pressured that team from the outset every trip down the floor. That will wear an opponent down over time. Just can't find a shot. It's no wonder they're losing. I mean, he's been completely scoreless all night.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Minnesota calls timeout, and very much a modern offensive game for Miles Turner. Doris not a post-up guy per se.
No, he can shoot the face-up jump shot. He's exceptional at rim running. And think about his running form. This is a young man that tried to fine-tune his stride. He has become a factor now, Kev, going end to end.
have a chance, let's go to the 2K leaderboard and reveal last season's top shot blockers. Number 1, Miles Turner.
It happened so often. I'd say to myself, there's no way he can get to that shot, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, and it go down as another block.
The pass to Towns. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket. Here's Warren, and there it is for him.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit, Greg, for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Offensive rebound. Pacers leading by 16. Pass to Turner. Sabonis with the ball. Vonleh on him. Rebound, Minnesota.
And you know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
And you've got to be able to show some resiliency, right? Keep pounding away, and it finally falls for you.
Now here's Turner, and he really did play well against Chicago in that last game. Oladipo, good.
And usually teams go on runs, and it comes from a lot of layups and dunks, but not now.
Culver with it, guarded by Oladipo. Now here's Culver, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
I'll tell you, Culver has an array of moves once he gets into the paint.
McConnell kicks to Oladipo. Indiana moving the ball around. Covington against Warren. Fader on the way. It's rebounded by Towns.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Now here's Teague. Towns down low. He's against Turner. And it's Towns missing.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Now McConnell. His last outing, he had 8 points. Outside Warren. Now here's McConnell. Defense is right there, and he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
T kicks to Covington. Here's Towns. Back to Covington. Here's the teardrop. Good, and the assist goes to Towns.
How about the handle of Mr. Robert Covington? Nicely done on the dribble move.
Here's McConnell. Oladipo outside. And the 3 ball is good. Oladipo's got 15.
Well, this is the first full year now for Ryan Saunders. Let's remember he was hired by Minnesota full-time after an interim stint last season. And boy, did the players love playing for him. Well, instead of forcing it all the way to the cup, he just goes with that little teardrop.
So timeout called here, the first for Indiana. And as we know, Doris, Ryan Saunders, the son of the late, great Minnesota legend, Flip Saunders.
Well, certainly the family has history with the organization, but in no way did Ryan Saunders get the job due to name only. This guy proved he can get wins from this Minnesota roster last year. For Saunders, he's known as a player development guy, and the ability to handle superstars is part and parcel to the job.
substitution now for Minnesota. Gorgie Dangs checked in for Noah Vonleh. Jake Layman comes in for Robert Covington. Wiggins is checked in for Culver. And Shabazz Napier subbed in for Jeff Teague. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. TJ Leafs checked in for Sabonis. Doug McDermott comes in for TJ Warren. Jeremy Lamb's checked in for Oladipo. And Malcolm Brogdon subbed in for TJ McConnell.
You feel like Jeremy Lamb has been in the league forever, mostly known for being a piece in the Harden trade when he left OKC, but Lamb is coming to his own the last few years.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And Jeremy Lamb, you feel like, Greg, he could be kind of a late bloomer.
The improvement he's shown the last few seasons has been huge. Much more comfortable as a scorer, and the defense has picked up for him as well.
Both good from the line that time. And so Napier will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. 17-point game. Here's Towns. He's off on that one. So the Pacers will take it the other way.
This is a quarter he'd rather forget. This guy just can't seem to get the lid off of that bucket.
Now, here's Brogdon. Napier covering. Takes it from 10. That one goes. Count it.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Now, here's Napier. 9-point game his last outing. Here's Layman. Here's Towns. 6 on the shot clock. Good work defensively by Turner.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I know it's early, Greg, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
Here's Layman. The Pacers making the shot. Here's Wiggins, and he overshot that one, missing.
Boy, against so little defensive pressure, you have to convert that.
Lamb passes to McDermott. Back to Lamb. Passes it to Leaf. Puts up a 3. Rebound, Minnesota. Wiggins drives in, and the layup's good off the glass.
Yeah, I like this for Wiggins. Keep putting the ball on the deck and taking it at the rim.
There's 53 seconds left to play here in the first. Lamb passes to Turner. Lamb trying to free himself up. The shot by Turner no good. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Well, he's got the wide shoulders, the natural balance. Andrew Wiggins taking the hit and finishing.
Now, here's Brogdon. 14 points from him the last game against Chicago. Here's Lamb. Begins with the block, and he's able to get it back.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
The Pacers shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. And Lamb drops them both. Timberwolves trail by 19. Napier with it. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Dishes to Towns. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, this is a big physical guy himself, and Towns finds other teams trying to bump him off his game.
The Timberwolves shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. And the first one at the line is good.
You get the sense that Karl Anthony Towns, as young as he is, knows he can be the best player in the league. There isn't a phase on the offensive end from which he can't score it.
Second free throw, no good. And so it's Indiana with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. Right back after this break. The former #1 pick overall in 2015, Karl Anthony Towns, spoke about the aspirations of this team.
Every single day we're thinking about how can we be the team that we need to be to not only make the playoffs, but to make it deep into the playoffs and give ourselves a chance of being a championship team. We have so much talent. We have great veterans. We have a great front office, a great coaching staff. So with all that on our side, we feel we have a great chance to find that way to success.
Yep, one step at a time, Greg. That's the mindset to have.
Yeah, you can't have too much too early. But with Towns leading the charge, this team is in great hands.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And for the Pacers here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they, Greg? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for Minnesota. Down low, it's Jang and Towns. Wiggins is out there with Shabazz Napier. And it's Lehman in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Leaf after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. Brogdon tries again, and he sinks the layup. Brogdon's got his second basket.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Now here's Wiggins. He picked up 18 points in their last win against New York. Pacers leading by 18. On the wing, Lamb. Back to Holiday. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. And no good, his first shot of the night, missing. In the corner, Napier with it. Pass to Lehman. And here's Wiggins. Napier kicks to Wiggins. Three-pointer. Pacers with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Now, here's Brogdon. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Well, guys, Brogdon not a player that turns heads, but man, is he an efficient threat on the floor.
And he's been a great three-point shooter really since his rookie year. His field goal percentage continues to climb and has evolved into one of the best free throw shooters in the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Brogdon.
And a player who flew under the radar last year, Malcolm Brogdon. Pacers wanted to add him over the summer. Got a hefty deal from Indiana to leave the Bucks. Exactly the kind of player that the Pacers need.
Brogdon hits them both. Of course, you can't help but notice the teams are shooting earlier in the shot clock. One theory being the faster you shoot, the more possessions you get.
Well,
the numbers would speak to that.
No doubt, Kevin. And the reality is, for announcers and for fans, that breakneck pace makes it more exciting for us. One NBA coach told me this past year that your field goal percentage in the first 10 seconds of the shot clock gives you your best opportunity to make it. And the longer that shot clock goes on, the more your field goal percentage dips. So, hey, good for us, good for the fans, good for the teams.
And that's because the defense has a chance to settle, correct?
Exactly right.
And Wiggins throws it down.
There's no defense for that. Andrew Wiggins enjoying life above the rim.
And for those of you just joining us, in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Leaf passes to Brogdon. Over Napier. Indiana again missing.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Break. Here comes Indiana. And there's Brogdon on the assist by Holiday. That's now 8 points for Malcolm Brogdon.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Now here's Napier. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him.
Well, just coming right off the pick and roll to finish beautifully. Towns looking so comfortable.
And Holiday kicks to Leaf. And the pass to Brogdon. Pass to Leaf. Shoots a three. It's good from long range. Leaf's got his second basket of the night. And here's Napier. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. Trailing by 19. Passes it to Towns. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Holiday. The shot will not fall. Towns with the defensive effort. Here's Wiggins. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. That's now 8 points for Andrew Wiggins.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Pass to Lamb. Takes the three. Rebound by Jang. Timberwolves trail by 17. Wiggins inside the line. Had the space there, but it's offline. Indiana's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Lamb against Wiggins. High arcing shot. Lamb, good. Lamb's got 6 points.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And it's sent back by Turner. Brogdon outside. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%.
One shot.
And with a stroke like that, you see why.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Lonley's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Culver comes in for Jake Layman. And it's Teagan for Napier. Brogdon, no good on the free throw.
Boy, showing a lot more aggressiveness now after making 0 trips to the line in the first quarter.
And And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And last year, a tough one for Jeff Teague. Just couldn't put together his normal level of play.
You know, Teague missed some games with injury, but his shot just wasn't consistent. His passing and playmaking were as strong as ever, but you just couldn't rely on him to score.
2 shots. Max on the first.
First free throw is good. And doors for Jeff Teague. He's not expected to be the scorer on this team that he once was.
And for Teague, to me, that is a blessing, as he is much better suited as a distributor of the basketball. He's got great vision, he cut down on his turnovers, and therefore his assist numbers increased.
Robert Covington's checked in for the Timberwolves. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. Doris, who are some of your favorite players to interact with, interview, and question as you go through the season?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many guys. I think, you know, certain people really give a lot of thought to their answers. So a Kyrie Irving, he wants to explain what he's thinking. He's willing to share and take a moment and consider the question. Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Damian Lillard, all of these guys, when I ask a question, Kev, they'll pause for a moment, consider the question, and then respond. And for somebody who's got to interview, there's nothing greater than having those guys willing to take some time with me.
Well, Doris, and you always get great answers from them too, so there's a great rapport there I can see. Here's Jang. After the made shot from Victor Oladipo, Jang finds Teague. A three-pointer, no good. Last outing for Indiana, they won that game against the Chicago Bulls.
Yeah, and that one, their rebounding was the difference. Big disparity between the two teams.
That was a coach's dream, to get that kind of effort and intensity on the glass, and for it to pay those kinds of dividends, critical.
Just 3 to shoot. McConnell, and he drops in the layup off the glass. McConnell's got his second bucket of the night.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Now here's Jang, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Now here's Teague, guarded closely, and the layup is good.
I'll tell you, how about a high percentage opportunity from Jeff Teague? As a scorer, you love to get those easy ones.
Now Sabonis. Warren kicks to McConnell. The pass to Oladipo. And the rejection by Jang.
Oh, the 7'3" wingspan erases that shot. Nice by Gorgie Zhang.
Culver with it, now defended by McDermott. And yes, it's good.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
McConnell passes to Oladipo. Rebound by Jang.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
And that attacking mindset, when Culver sees an opportunity like that, he just grabs it.
Here's McConnell. Following the score by Jarrett Culver. Pass to Oladipo. And the rejection by Jang. Now here's Culver, the fast break chance. Covington wide open, he fires. Finds himself wide open and drills it. Covington's got 7 points.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Passes it to Oladipo. Over Culver. And it's Oladipo again missing.
And after nailing a three-pointer in the first quarter, he has yet to connect here in the second.
Very pretty alley-oop layup.
Well, a point guard must understand window of opportunity, and Jeff Teague specializes in exactly that.
Now, here's McConnell. Teague covering. Oladipo for 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Conley's got 5 rebounds tonight. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. But taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas, David. Thank you. That's good from Oladipo.
Well, you think back to Victor Oladipo and his college basketball being played at Indiana University. So when he gets traded to the Pacers, many thought it was viewed as a homecoming.
Now, here's Culver. 8 points for him. Here's Jang. It's rebounded by Indiana. Oladipo's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Sabonis, and here's McConnell. Here's Oladipo. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. McConnell's got 3 assists tonight. And exceeding expectations in Indiana, Victor Oladipo, Doris, remade himself as an all-star.
Well, he credits the year he spent playing alongside Russell Westbrook. That relentless attack, that commitment to get better, that commitment to be a threat no matter where you are on the floor. This young man has set the tone between the lines and outside the lines.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Warren on the wing. Over Vonleh, and again it's Indiana converting.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Well, that takes concentration from Jeff Teague, Kevin, right? He's got to convert through contact, remarkable strength, pretty good style, too, not bad.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1.
How about up over the 80% mark from the line last year? So he's happy and also consistent there with those numbers.
Well, Jeff Teague is a very capable scorer from the lead guard position. He plays with a high motor. He can make shots. This guy is very good at the point.
Now, here's Oladipo. He picked up 21 points in their last win against Chicago. Here's Warren. They get the rebound. 11 seconds left to play in the first half. Sabonis, the pass to McConnell. Oladipo for 3. No good, shot missing. And so it's the Indiana Pacers. Their lead at 15 going into the break. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Victor Oladipo had it going on in the first quarter. He ended up with 22 points and 4 rebounds. And Kenny, what'd you think about what we saw from Indiana?
Love the dog and Oladipo! That's my guy. Everything has come together for him the last couple of years. He can take a game over on either end, and he's doing it more consistently now.
Shaq, what'd you think about Minnesota?
Well, they got to do a better job on the glass. Ernie, they got outworked. They were weak physically. That's part of how they fell behind in this game. I think if they could control those things, they'll be okay, Ernie.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take it down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my main man, Joel.
Joel, what up?
And And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at Victor Oladipo in this game, he has been everywhere.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And so in the game for the Pacers, Oladipo is the 2 with Warren playing small forward. Sabonis and Turner up front, and it's McConnell in at the point guard. Warren the pass to Turner. Outside Warren. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Teague drives in. Over Oladipo. The shot that time not on target. And it's the Pacers taking it the other way. 22 is their biggest lead. The pass to McConnell. Sabonis kicks to McConnell. Lets it go from 14. Second shot opportunity. Sabonis with the bucket.
Well, Domantas Sabonis has a nose for the basketball. He understands if he keeps moving, he's going to get to the offensive glass.
Culver passes to Teague. Softly drops in the floater. Teague's got 10 points in the game.
Boy, that's beautiful touch on the floater. And let's remember, not everyone has that shot in their arsenal.
And it's Oladipo with the jam.
Now, Victor Oladipo has a lethal offensive game, and he knows when to fill it up.
Outside Covington. He dishes it to Culver. Back to Covington. Fires for 3. That shot no good. And Indiana will go the other way with it.
And something that's troubled Indiana the last 3 years, rebounding.
I think, Greg, it's probably manifested at both ends of the floor, right? Some of it's about roster construction. Some of it's about style of play. Some of it's about philosophy. But their inability to control the glass has at times had an impact on them.
Here's Oladipo, and finished off by Oladipo.
That is the length of Miles Turner on the defensive end. What a job anticipating and giving his teammate an opportunity in transition. Nice.
Towns finds Teague. And he makes that one. Teague's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Boy, it'll take more than that to stop Jeff Teague. Just determined to score despite any obstacle.
McConnell passes to Sabonis. Oladipo taking his time here. Back to Sabonis. He kicks it to Oladipo. Oladipo draws the double. Indiana needs to get a shot off. And here's Warren for 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Here's Culver. Buries it down low. He's got 10.
Continuing to tighten the handle. Something Culver knows can take his offense to the next level.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Knocks down the 3 ball.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
And it's sent back by Turner. Here's Oladipo, and it's Oladipo with the jam.
Boy, Victor Oladipo gets a step and leaves no doubt. Look out below, gentlemen.
And the Timberwolves call time here.
And historically, you almost never saw a great shot blocker who could also knock down triples at a high clip. But count Miles Turner among the unicorns who provide that rare combination.
Some changes for Minnesota. Jake Layman's checked in for Robert Covington. Wiggins comes in for Culver. And it's Napier in for Jeff Teague. Then for the Pacers, Leaf checked in for Sabonis. Lamb comes in for Warren. And Malcolm Brogdon subbed in for T.J. McConnell. And the stretch center in demand for Miles Turner. Greg, how does he take that next step as a player?
Getting stronger. And continuing to improve his recognition and communication at both ends of the floor.
Now here's Towns. Victor Oladipo unable to get his last shot to go. Brogdon against Wiggins. Another miss by Minnesota. Indiana leading by 22. Pulls up for three. It's Brogdon on the wing. Napier covering. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. And so Napier will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Pass to Towns. That shot off. Good work defensively by Turner. Indiana's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Brogdon outside. Pass to Oladipo. Back to Brogdon. Beyond the arc. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Towns, accurate with the jumper from the elbow. Towns has got 9.
He just exudes a love of the game, guys. You can see it in everything he does. This guy lives and breathes the game.
Now, here's Oladipo. 33 points for him. Brogdon outside. Just 5 on the clock. Over Napier. The shot by Brogdon, no good. Timberwolves have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Pacers leading by 23. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
Here's Napier. Good D by Brogdon.
And his defense, so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the baseline.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. And
wow.
I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible.
Very well. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Zhang's checked in. That one is no good.
And you think about the Wolves' history. KG clearly their best player, but Big Cat has a chance to reach that level someday.
He does, Greg, and I think we always look through KG's legacy being defined by passion, commitment, and leadership. That was as important as his basketball skill. Karl Anthony Towns is similarly talented, right? I think the key is he just needs to find consistency. That's the last step.
The Pacers have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
That free throw missing. You know, Doris, you and I love history. And we were talking the other day, you and I, about Bill Russell and his 11 championship rings. Do you think anyone's ever going to break that record?
I think it'll be close to impossible, Kevin, and the reason is, number one, there were so many fewer teams back then for Bill Russell, in no way diminishing the greatness of one of the game changers, both between the lines and outside the lines. Bill Russell will always be an historic figure. But it's very tough to compare eras. There's now 30 teams, nutrition, conditioning, coaching. There's just so much more information in the current era.
Towns kicks to Zhang. Wiggins outside. A floater again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Now here's Wiggins. He's got 8. Pass to Layman. It doesn't go for him. Good work defensively by Turner. Now the fast break. Lamb with the ball. Holiday, no one around him. And the Pacers another 3.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
So it's Minnesota now, after Indiana gets the 3. Now here's Napier. Defense right on him. They get it again.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
His production has been unbelievable, a testament to how much he cares about his craft.
Now here's Napier after Jeremy Lamb's miss. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on Malcolm Brogdon. The Timberwolves made 3 of 5 free throw attempts.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throw.
Shooting 2.
No good on that one. The Pacers making a change here. McDermott's checked in. And he sinks the second.
And this Pacers franchise, 6 ABA championships, but none so far in the NBA.
Well, Greg, they haven't been there very much, right? Their only finals trip came back in 2000. It took a Lakers squad led by Shaq and Kobe to 6 games. But ever since, they've been chomping at the bit to try to get back.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
For Indiana, they have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far.
There is so much to love about this Pacers team. Each guy, I feel like, is committed to having their teammates back. Go back to when Oladipo went out last year, a variety of different guys step up. They almost captured the 4 seed. Incredible.
Now here's Wiggins. He's got 8. It's deflected. Layman makes it off the glass.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball, in rhythm.
And so Holiday will bring it up for the Pacers. Well, I know the Pacers' doors felt pretty good going into the first round of the playoffs, but the Celtics turned on the switch in a big way.
Well, they sure did, and Boston obviously had so much talent, Kevin. But with Oladipo, you have to wonder how the series might have been different for Indiana.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Now here's Turner. He's got 8. Brogdon outside. It's rebounded by Towns.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
Here's Holiday, following the basket by Andrew Wiggins. And Holiday kicks to McDermott. It's good, the assist that time from Holiday.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Napier passes to Layman. 1:32 left in the third quarter. Wiggins against Brogdon. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Napier. From outside, off the mark.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Now, here's Brogdon. 15 points in the game. Now the pass to Leaf. Baseline J on the way. Rebound, Minnesota. Chang's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Wiggins against Brogdon. It's tipped. Here's McDermott. Down low. Here's Holiday. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Layman. He's guarded by Brogdon. A three-pointer. Wiggins hits it from three-point range. Wiggins has got 13.
This guy gets up in the air so smoothly. Andrew Wiggins, a nice foundation for that shot.
Now here is Holiday. Napier covering. Holiday with it. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. Victor Oladipo getting it done for Indiana. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. And we'll be right back after this. Head coach Nate McMillan is mic'd up along the sidelines. Let's check it out.
Okay, good patience on your spacing, getting it out, and attacking. Everybody is rebounding. We limit the team to 1 rebound and we push. All right?
GA clearly showing confidence in his defense and his team's transition game.
And the game is more fast-paced nowadays, which is why coaches constantly stress pushing it up the floor once they get the rebound.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Teague is flanked by Okogie in the backcourt. Then there's Bell, and it's Reed in at the center position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Here's Leaf over Teague. Shot's good by Leaf. Here's Okogie. Doris, isn't it interesting that we're seeing some teams with more three-point attempts than two-point attempts?
It's incredible, Kevin, that every year over the last decade, you see more three-point attempts across all 30 NBA teams. And think about the Houston Rockets. In each of the last 2 years, the Rockets have actually taken more threes than twos. This is the evolution of the game. It is not going anywhere. There's 2 high-valued shots in the league. Restricted area twos, that means point-blank opportunities at the rim, and three-point shots, and everything else in between seems to be getting lost.
Minnesota with the ball. The Pacers making the shot. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And don't be deceived by the small frame of Jeff Teague. This guy is fearless attacking the defense inside and drawing contact. You know, one dilemma that jumps out at me with the Timberwolves, over the years, they have been an excellent offensive rebounding team. It's the other end, the defensive backboards, where they have had some problems.
Oh, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. And Doris, you're right. Over the last 5 seasons, the Timberwolves have been the absolute worst defensive rebounding team in the NBA.
And it's hard to understand, Kevin, because they have created second chance opportunities for themselves only to give it back on the other end. That's the kind of thing that can be demoralizing for your defense. You get a stop, but you don't finish the possession with a rebound. That can wear you out physically and mentally.
Pass to McDermott. Here's Bitadze. Kicks it to Holiday. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Here's Leaf. And the shot is long. The Timberwolves shooting under 40% all in all for the game. Here's Okogie. There's the dish to Teague. Passes it to Reed. You and I were just talking about something Commissioner Silver said the other day about a proposed mid-season tournament. What do you think?
Well, I certainly think if they do move to a mid-season tournament, it's going to have real value for it to matter. To get the fans engaged, something has to be on the line. So, number one, you're going to have 2 goals. Instead of 1 championship, maybe you want to win that mid-season tournament too.
Bitadze with the bucket.
Well, Doug McDermott, a high IQ basketball player, understands when his teammates are open how to find them.
The Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Outside Teague. Pass to Bell. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Teague's got 4 assists in the game. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for Indiana. 4th quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Here's Leaf. There's the pass to Holiday. For the 3. That shot is off.
I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball, the team has played well and picked it up. I love it.
Okogie, the pass to Teague. Here's Reed. Over Holiday, and there's another one for the Timberwolves.
Well, this is Teague's job, right? Spread the ball amongst his teammates, make sure everyone is eating at the table.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Holiday inside the line. Minnesota with the rebound.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
Here's Teague. Misses off the left iron.
I know he's got to be frustrated right now, but the team is fighting from behind. He's got to stay with it.
In basketball, like many sports, you can call some kind of penalty on almost every play. So with that in mind, where do we draw that line?
I would say that most coaches and most players would say as long as there's consistency with officiating, they can adapt to the way the game is being called. As fans, as broadcasters, what we want to see the game remain free-flowing, fluid, pretty, the ability to move and cut and not be impeded in your progress. That's what I want to see.
And we see that most nights.
No doubt.
And for a franchise searching for stability, it doesn't help that the Wolves have had a number of head coaching changes.
Well, obviously the Wolves aren't alone in that problem, Greg. I think it can be difficult to identify just the right kind of leadership. And when you do get someone like Greg Popovich or Eric Spoelstra or Rick Carlisle, you try to hold on for dear life.
First one falls for him.
With the Indiana Pacers, you know you're a small market team, and it's led to a little bit of a shuffle personnel-wise. What's incredible, they continue to put a competitive product on the floor year in and year out.
Good on both. Doris, you're right. The Pacers have made the playoffs 8 of the last 9 seasons. Remarkable consistency.
I don't think there's any doubt about that, Kev. It starts at the top and sort of trickles down, from ownership to the front office down to the head coach. This is a solid operation through and through.
Here's Okogie. Outside Teague. Releases. And, yep, finally dropped after rolling around the rim. Teague's got 4 points in the quarter. Holiday looking over the floor. Here's the floater. That shot, no good. And Minnesota now the other way. Okogie for 3, and that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got his 6th assist on the night.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to float.
Here's Leaf. Helps teams if they can keep the rights to their best player. We see it in other leagues. Could the franchise tag ever make its way, do you think, to the NBA?
Well, this is going to be a negotiation point between the Players Association and the league itself. And the reality is it's going to have to be negotiated. What we know unequivocally, Kevin, is that these players now in the player empowerment era have more control about what franchise they play for and how long the duration of their contract is. How this all shakes out remains to be seen, but it is a point of conversation amongst the 30 NBA teams and the league leadership. There's no question about it.
And no doubt, Coach wants them to shore up their interior defense.
I think right now they're giving up way too many easy looks. That is a recipe for disaster.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. Towns kicks to Teague. Pass to Culver. Doris, we've both been very public in our admiration for LeBron, the face of the league, for so many years. When he retires, and we're approaching that date, who do you think might step up and take his place as the face of the NBA?
Well, probably the most likely candidate is the new and reigning MVP, and that's Giannis Antetokounmpo, who is an absolute physical force. He's put on 50 pounds. He's getting more and more skilled. When he adds that three-point shot as a consistent weapon and gets to an in-between game, he will be impossible to guard. Kawhi Leonard, you know, he is now sort of taking over as a multi-time winner of the Finals MVP, and certainly a player guys want to play with. So just a couple of possibilities there, Kev.
That's good from Oladipo.
And you hear it all the time about how they say reaching the top can be the easy part. It's the staying there that's the true challenge. And Victor Oladipo achieved stardom, but has to make his way back after his knee injury in early 2019.
Oladipo hits them both. And Oladipo had already dealt with soreness in that right knee, and you talked about that, missing about a month earlier in the season.
And some suggested he came back too soon. Hindsight always 20/20, and players want to be out there to help win games. Sometimes teams have to protect them from themselves.
Here's McConnell after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. Oladipo, good.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Passes to Towns. That's good, and so Teague with the assist.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
Now, here's McConnell. Teague covering. Oladipo outside. Right wing. Here's Sabonis. The feed now to Turner. The kick out to Warren. 6 to shoot. Takes a 3. Rebound, Minnesota. Towns has got 13 rebounds in the game, leading. Now, here's Culver, guarded by Oladipo. A second chance effort. Culver's shot is off. For Indiana, they've gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. Culver with the steal. Another shot. And no good. Good work defensively by Turner. Here's Warren. Good D by Covington.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Outside Teague. Doris, all right, this is going to come out of the blue here, but if you had to choose between raising the height of the basket or widening the floor or even widening the lane, which would it be?
I have very strong feelings on this, Kevin, and for me it would be widening the floor. And the reason I say that is it feels to me in the last couple of years there are more sideline violations where teams are turning it over because they're trying to get to that corner three, one of the most advantageous, best shots in today's game, but because that three-point line is so close to the sideline out of bounds, we're seeing too many violations. So if I had to choose between one or the other, I would absolutely widen the floor.
And so Teague hits 2 free throws.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Now, here's McConnell. Dishes it to Oladipo. Oladipo draws the double. Pass to Turner. Warren on the wing. Here's Sabonis. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, to me, the size of Sabonis creates problems for the defense. You cannot be careless in how you guard this guy.
And you look at per-minute production, and you can make a strong case that Domantas Sabonis at times has been underutilized. With consistent minutes, he can give you an efficient 20-10 every night.
Free throw good, Sabonis. And Sabonis having to spend some time at the power forward spot in today's game, Greg. He's pretty big for that position.
I mean, 6'11", 240. He's gotten leaner, done some yoga, worked on strengthening those hips, looking to stay mobile. And that ought to serve him whichever position he plays.
And Sabonis drops them both. Doris, in 2004, the Charlotte Bobcats became the NBA's 30th team. When do you think we're going to see another team added, whether it's an expansion or even multiple expansion cities?
Well, let's go directly to the most important source, and that's Commissioner Adam Silver, who has said that expansion is inevitable, but right now, not a huge priority. So, you know, listen, we've heard Seattle is on the short list of cities that wants to get a team, and what a great city, what a great NBA fan base. I hope someday we get back to Seattle.
So much history up there. You're correct. Here's Warren after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. Teardrop shot, and Warren with the lay-in.
How about the delicate floater on display from T.J. Warren?
And here is Teague. He blocks it again, making his presence felt on this end.
He's holding down the fort, anchoring the defense.
Now, here's Sabonis. Back to Turner. And there's the pass to Sabonis. Off target from outside. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. It's Covington on the wing. Kept alive, Towns. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession. And so it's McConnell with it. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. Doris, when you look at draft eligibility requirements, it is a very fluid topic with a lot of different ways it could go, a lot of moving parts. Where do you stand?
I'll tell you the truth, Kevin. I'm conflicted about this because I believe there is real value to the college experience. There's high-level coaching across the game at the collegiate level, but I also believe that young men who have talent should be able to, when they are eligible, decide when they want to become professionals. So, listen, I'm sort of in the middle. There are legitimate arguments to be had for both sides. What I hope, regardless, is we get the best players in the league, and that's certainly going to happen whenever it happens.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Pacers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Victor Oladipo.
What a relentless scoring night for this guy, in attack mode all evening.
And the technical free throw is good. Doris, no doubt that Karl Anthony Towns is the star of his team right now and in the future.
I think, Kevin, for all the drama and all the turnover we have seen, the one constant has been Karl Anthony Towns' productivity. The question now for the team is, how do they build a title contender around him?
A nice shot by Teague.
But, Kevin, how about the remarkable handle that Jeff Teague has? He simply coasts right through the defense with his ability to use the bounce.
Now here's Turner. Rebounded by Bell. To the middle. Here's Towns. Teague dishes to Towns, and it's Aaron Holiday with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Okogie, the pass to Graham. Shot clock at 5. Here's Bell. Sinks that one from the post.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And Turner kicks to Holiday. That falls. Nice feed that time from Turner.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Victor. You've been really playing well on offense of late. What's going right for you at that end of the floor?
Patience, man, experience, belief, faith, all the above, man. Just coming out here working on my game. I'm just going to continue to keep growing, continue to keep staying close to my teammates, continue to keep working hard, and continue to keep getting better.
That is a crowded locker room with all those things in there. Thanks, Victor. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.